Wyn Enterprise is a fully secured, white-labeled business intelligence platform that allows end users to design, create, export, distribute, and manage both canned and ad hoc reports and interactive dashboards. Wyn can be embedded within your application to offer your end users a seamless BI process. It can also function as a standalone portal outside of any other application. Integrate with your existing security, such as Active Directory or a custom security provider. Use Wyn's built-in tools to handle your data governance and security. Wyn's intuitive designers help your users acquire insights from their data. Here we are going to demo Wyn Enterprise from the perspective of a typical end user. Everything a user can do in Wyn is based on permissions for that user's role. Some users may have more available actions than others. Available actions are based on user permissions. For example, one user may be able to edit a report, while other users may only be able to view and export that report. When a user is logged into Wyn, they will see a single document portal to view, manage, and interact with the documents. Users will only see the content where they have permission. On the left, you'll see Favorites and other categories. Categories can be created on a system-wide level by the admin. Users can also create their own custom categories for organizing their documents. You can use the Create button below the categories to design a new report or dashboard. In the center panel, we see all of our reports and dashboards with some relevant information on each. Users can click a document, then view, export, edit, duplicate, and perform other actions on that document. These actions can be customized by user and role to provide a tailored BI experience that meets your requirements. Users can expand the information of any given document to reveal more available items. The first tab lists the document name, description, and other informative fields about the document. Depending on the permissions level, users can share the document with other users in the same role. The next tab is Tasks. In the Tasks tab, users can distribute reports and dashboards. Manual tasks allow for on-demand distribution. One-time tasks allow for a single occurrence distribution at a future date and time. In the Tasks tab, users can distribute reports and dashboards. Users can customize the day of the week, time, export format, and distribution method. Send out reports via email, file share, or local storage. The History tab displays every instance that the logged-in user distributed this document. The History tab also shows the status of those tasks and any reasons for failed tasks. The Revisions tab displays all changes that were made to the report or dashboard. This tab shows all changes, including when the change happened and who made the change. Dashboards can be reverted back to any previous revision, while reports can be previewed and edited on any previous revision. This allows for simple and intuitive version control on all documents hosted in Wyn. Reports and dashboards can be easily previewed from the Documents portal. As you can see, the Reports viewer supports page navigation, resizing, and multiple export formats, with custom and preset advanced settings and galley mode, which omits the automatic page breaks and the page margins for easy consumption of large tabular data regions. From the Report viewer, users can export the report to a variety of different formats. As a user controlling this dashboard, I can interact with the visualizations in a multitude of ways. I can cross-filter and drill down. I can also place functions on the visualizations themselves. I can add filtering, sorting, conditional visualizations, reference lines, trend lines, and more. I can export the dashboard as an image or PowerPoint. I can also export individual scenarios to Excel. Now that we've seen the Documents portal, let's move into our first designer, the Wyn Reports Designer. Users can utilize this designer to modify existing reports and to create new reports. With role-based permissions, you can assign which groups of users will have access to the report designer. One key feature of the Wyn Reports module is report templates. Report templates allow users to build their own reports. The report layout and the data can be predefined. A predefined layout reduces any repetitive work, such as adding a company logo or watermark. Alternatively, users can build a report without any template and start from scratch. Let's create a report with a logo and report header footer. For this, we'll use our organization branded template. You'll immediately notice that our designer looks like any standard word processing application. Common functions like font, borders, and other properties are all self-explanatory and have the same functionality as in a word processing application. This ensures end users can utilize the report designer even with little or no experience with designing reports. Our reports designer is intentionally designed to be robust enough for technical power users while intuitive enough for non-technical business users. We capitalize on this in two different ways: properties modes and semantic models. Let's cover our two different properties modes first. Let's drag an item from the toolbox onto the report design surface. We'll use a simple table control. Notice that we have our basic properties shown, common things like border, color, and fonts. These are presented in such a way that business users will not be overwhelmed by these properties. For power users, we can switch to the advanced properties. This advanced mode exposes all available properties on this report control. With the advanced mode, we can see every available property. We can work with expressions, such as the expression shown, to completely customize the report output. This dual properties mode ensures business users are shown only the essentials, while technical users can take advantage of the full functionality the reports designer offers. Now that we understand the properties modes and we have a table on our design surface, let's go over data. Wyn Enterprise can use a multitude of different data sources in both reports and dashboards. Additionally, we have OData and ODBC connections available. Connect to non-natively supported data sources like SAP, Snowflake, Salesforce, MS Dynamics CRM, and virtually any type of data source that allows for an OData connection or an ODBC driver connection. For your relational databases like SQL Server, Wyn offers what we call a semantic model. A semantic model is a representation of a relational database which presents the data to business end users in a hierarchical way that they can easily interpret and use to build reports. The semantic model engine connects to your database notes the primary and foreign keys between each table in the database, and then builds a structured model off of these keys so that each related table in the database is presented succinctly to the business end user. Aggregates such as sum, average, minimum, and maximum are calculated on numeric fields automatically, and date fields will generate the day, week, month, month name, quarter, and other date-related fields automatically. Admins can also define the relationships between different tables manually and give aliases to fields so that end users can get the complete picture of the database without needing to know the data schema, write a query, or requiring any SQL skills at all. For this sample report, we'll use our ActiveTunes semantic model, which is based off of a music sales database. When we add the artist entity, we see the available fields in the artist table, as well as relations to other entities or tables in the database. For example, every artist has a related album. Every album has related tracks. Every track has a related invoice line. Every invoice line has a related invoice, and so on. Each entity is a unique table in the database. As a non-technical business user, I have access to all of these tables in one seamless list of fields. I can choose any table since I know where each field is coming from and how to use each field. This is a simple way to use my enterprise data without significant involvement from IT, database admins, or anyone technical. I can now make a simple tabular report by dragging any field from the semantic model into the table, then designing which fields I would like to see in the final output. Once done, I can click Preview and see the final result. Here, we've created a simple tabular report in just a few seconds. This is a simple overview of the report's designer and only scratches the surface of its capabilities. For detailed use cases, we encourage you to sign up for a demo on our website and download Wyn's copy to try for yourself. Next, let's move on to the Dashboards Designer. When users enter the Dashboard Designer to create a new dashboard, they have a simple interface to work from to create visual dashboards to show insights from their data. On the left, we have the toolbox, where 30-plus visualizations are available for the dashboard author to use. These include common data visualization charts, such as bar, column, line, area, pie, donut, radar, KPIs, gauges, pivot tables, slicers, containers, and much more. We also provide an SDK for developers to build their own custom visualizations. Once a visualization is dragged onto the design surface, we can choose a dataset to use and then drag fields from the dataset into various buckets tied to the visualization. In this case, we'll use a retail dataset and drag our year field into the category access bucket and our revenue field into the values bucket. Now we use a simple chart to show revenue by year. Next, let's show quantities sold by product line, broken down by year as a pivot table. For single aggregate data points, we can use a KPI or gauge. If I want to format this value to be a currency value, I can easily do so from this section here. I can also change the display unit to show it as the full value rather than as the abbreviated billions display unit. For filtering data across the dashboard, we can use a slicer. With the Year Slicer activated now, I can preview this dashboard and filter all of the visualizations on the page to only show data for the year selected in the slicer control. From the panel on the right, we can change the colors used, add data labels, customize the title, axes, and properties of the chart, and more. Like with the Reports Designer, this is only scratching the surface of the Dashboard Designer's powerful capabilities. This video showed the functionalities that end users would have available to them in Wyn Enterprise. Admins of the server can work with their data through other portals in Wyn, where we feature a dedicated dataset designer to create datasets from multiple data sources. The Admin portal offers admins various auditing, white labeling, and administrative configuration settings to completely customize the BI environment they are presenting to end users. For a technical deep dive into Wyn, you can set up a personalized demo of Wyn or download it to try it out with your own data.